We're joined this morning by Dan Bice to talk about his column from today about Alderman Joe Davis, who's running for mayor, and a very interesting Facebook post he's had up and standing by. So tell us about that. Dan.
Back in July of last year, he met with and helped a group of members of the Wild 100s gang, a very notorious and violent crime gang that's here in Milwaukee. And they were putting up a memorial to one of their members who had been killed during an attempted armed robbery. He got involved and got to know some of the members, and he posted a thing about, that we need to get to know these people and that we need to help them out, that many come from troubled childhoods and so forth. And he posted a picture of him with them at the memorial and so forth. And
yeah, so for those who maybe aren't as familiar, but the Wild 100s have been in the news quite a bit. With,
there were a couple
homicides,
of
shootings, and recruitment videos and things. Tell us a little bit about them.
Yeah, they started off in Chicago, went through Racine, and ended up here. They have been accused of being involved in carjackings, as you said, shootings, drug trafficking, gun trafficking, and even homicides. And there were a couple of sweeps last year where the police went through and arrested dozens of their members. And Joe knows all this stuff. I talked to him earlier this week, and he said he knows this, but he thinks that he's going to use unconventional methods to reach out to the youth in the area. And one of his unconventional methods is to sit down, talk to them, get to know them, and as he says in his Facebook post, love them.
Right. And he's standing by it, right? He didn't drop the post or take it down.
I was actually thinking, as happens with these things normally, when I call somebody about it, they take it down immediately, but it's still up today. He stands by it. He says, that we have to deal with gang members in a bunch of different ways, and he said it's important to him because several of these members have kids now, and so he wants to stop this circle of violence and incarceration. But still, with the mayor's race going on.
Yeah, well, what are his opponents saying? I'm imagining Alderman Donovan and Mayor Barrett don't have the same take on it that.
Well, both of them say that that we have a serious gang problem, and it's funny because Mayor Barrett jumped all over it and said that this was ridiculous and irresponsible. But Alderman Bob Donovan, who's running on a law and order platform, declined comment and said he didn't want to talk about it. But Donovan and Davis are fighting for that second position against Barrett, and so I'm not sure if he thought it was not a good idea to engage. I'm not exactly sure why he decided not to make a comment.
All right, and do you see this as an important factor going forward into the Tuesday's primary or beyond?
Well,
the race?
It is a question as to which one of those two will emerge as the second candidate, and so who knows? It is a bizarre thing to do. You see very few politicians posing for pictures with gang members, and in the picture, as I point out in the column, I think that authorities believe there are 4 gang members in it, several with felonies for battery and other things, and one is a gang leader. So it's a highly unusual thing to do, and one that he's not backing away from.
All right, well, we'll see what happens on Tuesday for that race and beyond. So thanks, Dan. You can find his column at jsonline.com.